Like, what's going on, to be honest, because I knew the knee hit the stomach and not the private, so I didn't know what the stoppage was, to be honest. But
in a world where violence meets art and discipline becomes destiny, there emerges a fighter unlike any before. From the humble gyms of Manchester to the grandest stages of global combat, she's redefined what it means to be dangerous.
Not specifically. I never really work on anything specifically. It's just that it was just happened to be that this fight I was able to show what I can actually do.
Cold precision, unmatched power, and unbreakable calm. This is not just another fighter's story. This is the rise of Dakota Ditcheva, the woman who turned technique into terror and proved that true dominance isn't loud. It's silent, surgical, and absolute. One name has started echoing louder than ever: Dakota Ditcheva, a fighter from Manchester, England, who came from a pure Muay Thai background, but now stands as one of the most feared and respected competitors in modern MMA. Her rise has been nothing short of cinematic, a journey from regional circuits to global domination, fueled by precision, composure, and cold, ruthless technique. With a flawless 15-0 record and a $1 million PFL world title in her hands, Dakota has gone from a promising striker to a complete martial artist, one capable of finishing opponents anywhere the fight goes. Her dominance has become the measuring stick for what a new-age female fighter can be. And when she boldly claimed that Prime Dakota would beat Prime Ronda Rousey, the entire MMA world stopped and listened. It wasn't just confidence, it was conviction. Dakota had built her empire on results, not words. While Ronda Rousey had revolutionized women's MMA, Dakota was redefining it. She didn't rely on one specialty or a single overwhelming weapon. Her striking was sharp as glass, her ground defense airtight, and her composure inside the cage almost robotic. She had dismantled world-class fighters with surgical precision: Tyler Santos, Valentina Shevchenko, and a string of undefeated prospects who all believed they had the answer to her game, only to crumble under her power and timing. The difference was clear. Rousey dominated through chaos. Dakota dominates through control. Every punch, every kick, every transition is calculated. That's what separates hype from greatness. That's what defines Dakota Ditcheva. Even legends have taken notice. Dan Hardy, a respected voice in MMA and a former UFC title contender himself, publicly stated that Dakota's skill set is far more well-rounded than Ronda's ever was. Hardy's words hit the MMA community like a shockwave. He wasn't comparing potential, he was declaring reality. Dakota's striking has the ability to dismantle any fighter standing across from her, and her evolving grappling game has made her nearly untouchable on the mat. Hardy's confidence wasn't blind praise. It was built on what he'd seen firsthand. Over 2 years, Dakota transformed from a Muay Thai phenom into a complete mixed martial artist. In an era defined by specialists, she's the generalist who excels everywhere. The blueprint of modern MMA is written in her name. What makes Dakota truly terrifying isn't just her skill, it's her mentality. She fights with the calmness of a sniper and the ruthlessness of a predator. Pressure doesn't shake her, it fuels her. Whether it's the flashing lights, the noise of the crowd, or the magnitude of a $1 million final, Dakota steps into the cage like she's entering training. No emotion, no hesitation, only purpose. Her opponents have tried everything: brawling, grappling, clinching, but nothing seems to break her rhythm. She reads movement like a chess master and counters with mechanical accuracy. Every second spent against her is a second closer to defeat. And when the end comes, it's quick, brutal, and inevitable. Dakota doesn't just win fights, she breaks spirits. But greatness invites challenge, and Dakota's dominance has drawn fire from every direction. Fighters like Corey McKenna and Catherine Corinis tried to test her resolve. McKenna, a confident grappler from Team Alpha Male, believed her mix of wrestling and jiu-jitsu could expose Dakota's so-called striker's weakness. Corinis, an aggressive American brawler, called Dakota out for a war, claiming she wanted to bang with the best. Both paid the price. In the cage, words mean nothing. Against Dakota, both women discovered what precision violence truly looks like. Corinis was silenced in the first round by a clinical TKO that sent shockwaves through the PFL. McKenna's challenge became a memory. Every fighter who dared to call out Dakota ended up becoming another name on her highlight reel. The road to the top wasn't paved with luck. It was built through years of discipline, endless repetitions, and countless hours of unseen suffering. Long before the fame, before the cameras, Dakota was a teenager sharpening her elbows in dusty gyms, fighting under Muay Thai rules with a calm fury that caught every coach's attention. She wasn't just talented, she was obsessed. Her early rivalry with Emma Bragg in 2016 proved it. Back then, she was unknown, tall, quiet, and laser-focused. Bragg, a veteran with over 20 fights, underestimated her. The result was a one-sided masterclass that revealed what the future of British combat sports looked like. That fight wasn't just a victory, it was a prophecy. From that night on, Dakota wasn't chasing the spotlight. The spotlight was chasing her. Her transition from Muay Thai to MMA was seamless. Most strikers struggle when the fight hits the mat, but Dakota adapted like a machine built for evolution. She embraced jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and cage control until her biggest weakness became another strength. By the time she entered the PFL, she wasn't just a striker. She was a mixed martial artist with weapons in every direction. When Tyler Santos, a former UFC title challenger, faced her in the PFL World Championship, many expected a competitive battle. What they got instead was a demonstration of technical destruction. Dakota dissected Santos piece by piece, finishing her in round 2 with flawless precision. No chaos, no emotion, just execution. That night, the $1 million prize wasn't just money. It was confirmation that a new queen had arrived. The comparison to Ronda Rousey became inevitable. Ronda was a pioneer, a force who shattered barriers and carried the women's division on her shoulders. But evolution doesn't honor sentiment. It rewards progress. Dakota represents the next phase of that evolution. Rousey overwhelmed opponents with one devastating skill. Dakota outsmarts them with 10. Her footwork, her range, her timing, and her patience, all forged in the fires of Muay Thai, make her a nightmare in any range. She's the embodiment of controlled violence, a fighter who blends grace with destruction. And while Rousey built the foundation, Dakota is building the fortress on top of it. Her rise isn't replacing history, it's rewriting it. Outside the cage, Dakota carries herself with the same balance she shows inside it. She understands the media, the fans, and the spectacle of modern combat sports. One moment, she's the smiling sweetheart in interviews. The next, she's the cold-eyed assassin walking into the cage. That duality is her superpower. She doesn't need trash talk to sell fights. Her presence does it for her. When she speaks, the MMA world listens. When she fights, they watch in silence. She represents the perfect storm of charisma, humility, and dominance. And in an age where hype often overshadows talent, Dakota Ditcheva reminds everyone that skill still reigns supreme. Now, with an undefeated record, a PFL world title, and the attention of every major organization in the world, Dakota stands on the edge of legend. The question isn't whether she can beat Ronda Rousey in her prime. The question is, who can beat Dakota Ditcheva in hers? Every generation produces one fighter who changes the game. Ronda was the first. Dakota might be the next. Her journey is far from over, but her message is already clear. In this era, it's not enough to be great in one area. To rule the cage, you must be complete. And Dakota Ditcheva is the most complete female fighter the sport has ever seen. A storm of precision, power, and perfection that shows no signs of slowing down. From Muay Thai rings to MMA world titles, Dakota Ditcheva's evolution has been more than a career. It's been a revolution. She stands as a symbol of what modern combat can become when passion meets perfection. Every punch, every kick, every victory is a reminder that legends aren't born, they're built. And as the cage lights fade and the echoes of her triumphs linger, one truth remains. Dakota Ditcheva isn't chasing greatness anymore. She is greatness.